All right. From Yola, Dishon. Did I pronounce your name well? Dishon. Okay. You're welcome. How is Yola today? From Lagos, data analysis, Shay, cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, Brainwave. Interesting. Welcome, Brainwave. Why does your name look like I've seen you here? Is this your first time of being in our session? If this is your first time of joining Dari's session, career session, just give me a thumbs up. Blessing from Lagos. Welcome, Blessing. If this is your first time of joining Dari's session, give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up. You can see a thumbs up on your screen. Check, you'll see a thumbs up. Exactly, Blessing. Oh, welcome, Blessing. All right. Okay. Cassia, this is your first time. That's interesting. Richard, this is your first time. Okay. Oh, from Cameroon, Conrad, from, I don't know how to pronounce that, boy, Cameroon. You're chasing a career in what? Hold on. In financial analysis. That's quite interesting. You're welcome, Conrad. Did I pronounce your name well? I hope I didn't murder your name, right? Please, I don't like murdering people's names. So if I don't pronounce your name well, forgive me. Okay, so today we'll be discussing a very, very, very interesting topic. And I know that some of us somehow must have seen it online or must have been, yes, you pronounced it right. Thank you. Oh, Sese Idris, welcome. So you must have come online, probably on Reddit, probably on Twitter, or you must have had some discussions with some random persons and are telling you, oh, the data career is oversaturated. Don't go into data career, it's oversaturated, there are no jobs out there and all that. But today we are going to demystify these rumors. So we'll know if it is true or not. Today we are going to confirm if it is just mere rumors or we should still invest our life and our career in data career, right? So now, before we go ahead, this session is brought to us by Dari. Confirm you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. All right, you can hear me. Okay. So this webinar is brought to you by Amdari, and Amdari is a platform that revolutionized how professionals gain real-world experience. So let me just break it down. Let you know, be like I'm speaking too much grammar, right? So what does Amdari do? Amdari is like the middleman where you have graduated from university or you have gone through boot camps, have learned some skills in tech, and you've been looking for internship or you've been looking for a place where you could get hands-on experience, but you don't have, you've not gotten anyone, or you've been applying for jobs, several jobs, and you always get, the unfortunate mails. People call it unfortunate mails because they always tell you, unfortunately, we could not hire you, and you've discussed within yourself that, there's no way you get strong skills, strong technical skills in the career you've chosen without jobs. And now you're not getting the job. So what Amdari does is to come in between you and your theoretical learning to give you hands-on experience in data analytics, in data science, in data engineering, cybersecurity, business analysis, project management, HR analysis, financial analysis, and maybe some others to come in future, right? But for now, these are the careers that we give internship for. So this is what Amdari does for you, right? But we are not going to go too much in details of what Amdari does. We're going to do that much to the end. And we have, at the end of this session, we have a very, very special, we have a special gift for you guys. So stick around, don't go anywhere because this is an insightful session you don't want to miss, trust me. So you don't go out there and, make arguments without insights, without research insights. So it is important you stay to the end. We have a surprise for you. And also the information you'll be getting here is an information you probably have not heard anywhere else. So let's dive in to the real deal. But then, this is Efemina. He is the CEO of Amdari, right? So let it not be like we are, just telling you jargons, or we are coming from somewhere and who are these people? So the CEO of Amdari is a data professional. He has wealth experience you know, cut across several areas within the data ecosystem, covering data analysis, data science, data engineering. He has, wealth, many years of experience in this career. He is also a co-founder of Tenanalysis and Amdari, right? Tenanalysis is a platform where they teach you about, it's more like an edutech platform where they teach you data courses and every other courses alike. So whatever you're going to hear from us today is not coming from a place of ignorance, right? It's coming from a place of experience, from people that have been there, that have walked in that line, the people that have that have put their legs in the shoes that you're about to put your legs in now. So we know how it is. I've been there, and we know the future of the career that you're pursuing right now. But before we dive in, we are going to find out all this, and as the course continues, right? So who is Ozichi, which is my name? So I am a growth and product marketing specialist working in Amdari. So I'm not going to go so much details about me, but you can see my bio in the screen. So my background is in sales, and I've built strong track records in customer segmentation, go-to-market strategy, sales funnel management, blah, 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 and all that. But that's just a bit about me. That's not what we came here to do. We came here to know why people are saying data career is saturated. If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're following. Thank you, Ugochukwu. Thank you. All right. So today we are going to be discussing these following topics. Are data career oversaturated? Should you still invest in data career? Becoming a data professional and securing a job. So in case you're already there and you've not secured a job, you want to stay to the end of this session to understand the reason why you're not secure, you've not gotten a job, and how you can navigate yourself and how you can single yourself out there in the labor markets. And then we're also going to be discussing Amdari work experience internship, what Amdari is bringing and why Amdari is hosting the session for everyone, and then a special offer that we have for you. So you better not stay away from this place. You want to stay to the end, trust me. So now I want to ask us a question, right? Let's leave all the talks. I want to hear from you. Tell me, are data careers oversaturated? From your own perspective, from what you think, from what you've seen, do you think data careers are oversaturated? Just tell me in the comment section. If it is oversaturated, say oversaturated. Oh, yes. Okay, if it is, say yes. If it is not, say no. Do you think data careers are oversaturated? Let's say, did they say yes? This is your yes, you are screaming, did they? Wow. Who is that? Someone said yes, 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 and yes. So someone said no. I'm getting the yes. I'm getting too many yeses. Are you guys serious? Oh wow. Okay. We are going to know today if data career is oversaturated. Most say no. Okay, no problem. So I can see that a lot of persons are I want to say no. Okay, I think the yes are winning. The yes are winning. The no, we have very few no here. So more than half of everybody here believe that I never secured job for 1 year since I learned data analysis. I beg it's oversaturated. Ibrahim, don't worry, we are coming. We are going to demystify this rumor. So you will know if there's a possibility that is oversaturated. So you will want to stay to the end to know if truly it is oversaturated. But you guys are funny anyway. I love the way you guys are engaging me. Okay, so but then why do you think data career is oversaturated? Why do you think data career is oversaturated? Tell me. I want to know your reasons. Ibrahim, why do you think data career is oversaturated? Guys, engage me. I really want to pick your brain tonight. Why do you think data career is oversaturated? Or do you agree with what you're seeing online? What you have on I have on my slide. Do you agree with that? Engage me, guys. It's obvious securing a job is hard on my own. Okay. It's just IT related skills so much, so more inflow of people to the field. Okay, you think a lot of persons are going into data career. Everyone is doing it because it appears to be a soft landing. Soft landing in tech. Data is as a soft land. This is the first time I'm hearing this, Jide. Anyways, so I'll ask myself this question as well. It requires so many experience, so many of us have it. Not so many of us have it. Okay. So I asked myself these questions and I came up with these answers. So many people learning data skills. That's the reason why people think data analysis or data career is oversaturated. People learning and not being able to get a job is also a reason why people assume that data career is oversaturated. Lack of proper information. Feels like AI will make it obsolete. Okay, let's see. Rumors, you know, you go online, your friends are telling you about, oh, a lot of persons, you go online, you see a lot of persons are doing data analysis. You go into a room and then you introduce yourself to your friends. You realize that three of you are into data career, you know, and you go home and you feel in your heart, oh my God, this career is oversaturated. But then you go online, you will see jobs, you know, companies are complaining that they're not seeing people to employ. People that are looking for jobs are complaining they're not seeing jobs to apply. So the reason why people think that data career are oversaturated. Too many people learning the data skill. Yes, data is new oil. I don't know. I'm sure you've heard it before. It's the new oil. Every company is mining it. Every company is eager to mine data. Every company is eager to collect data from you at every cost, right? You hear companies being charged for indiscriminate collection of data from their customers, collecting data they're not supposed to take from people. You know, data is the new oil. And companies are mining it as much as they can. They can steal it if they want because it is the new crude oil of our generation. People that are learning are not able to get a job. Like Ibrahim has said, for over 2 years, he's not able to get a job. And there's a reason why, right? You went to boot camp, you finished your boot camp, you came out, you've done some capstone projects, you're applying for data jobs, and no one you don't even get through to the interview phase, right? No one is calling you for interviews. And I understand how tiring it can be. And then lack of proper information, which we are going to get here today. A lot of persons lack proper information. A lot of persons don't understand that data is diverse, right? Data career does not end in data analysis, data science, and data engineering. Data is diverse. Every company, every organization that is existing uses data. So people don't lack that information on how to, go into the career that is best suited for them, how to carve a niche for themselves. And by so doing, it feels like, oh, the data is saturated. Meanwhile, there are a lot of companies out there that are taking 6 to 7 months to fill some roles. While there are also people that are looking for the jobs, and companies are even giving these jobs to people that already have jobs. You see that people that are some persons that are in data career already have 2 to 3 jobs. Meanwhile, Ibrahim is looking for jobs for 2 years. He has not seen it. So we are going to demystify the reason why these things are happening, and to also show you that data career is oversaturated or data career is not oversaturated. I don't want to give you an answer yet. So let's move ahead. So what data career path do you know? because it's important. Can you let me know in the chat? What data career path do you know? Let me know, because I feel this is one of the reasons why everybody is feeling like data career is oversaturated. What data career path do you know? Because we are going to dive into the information that you need to get today. Guys, engage me. What data career paths do you know? I'm not going to give you an answer. I want to pick your brain. Data analysis, data science, data engineering, et al. What's it all? Did they mention it? Which other data engineering? Everybody's mentioning data engineering, data science, the big three. That's all you know, Martins. Is that all? Machine learning. Okay. Geoffrey. Or Godfrey. Geoffrey. Okay, Geoffrey. Data management. Okay. Okay. So financial analysis. You're coming. Data information. You guys are coming now. Data center management, business intelligence, data security. Good. Good. I love that you guys are well informed, right? Some of you, or not everybody, because some persons are just saying data engineering and data analysis. So let's discuss, right? Someone said the three major data carriers. Someone said the big three. Cyber security is not data analysis. Happy. The locks is not data analysis. It's not a data carrier. So these are the three major data carriers that you guys have been mentioning. Data analysts, data scientists, data engineering. What's data police? Okay, I think I'm going to leave you both chats. So, who is the data analyst? Who is the data scientist? And who is the data engineer? But before I even dive into that, what is data? Because before we say data is saturated, we need to understand what data is. What is data? A lot of persons don't actually know what data is. What if I tell you that we all collect data, all of us? Everyone in this session today collects data. Everyone in these sessions today processes data. Like you collect data, process data, you clean data to the end. You manage the entire data process from beginning to end of it. Do you believe me? If you believe me, say yes. If you do not believe me, say no. Do you believe that you process data? You believe that? So I always use this analogy as an example. Exactly. Let's not even go to the information. I'm going to use food as an example, right? We all cook food. You cook rice, you cook beans. So I'm going to use beans as an example. So I don't know, is there anyone here that doesn't know what beans is and how to make beans? So I'll assume that everyone here knows what beans is. So if you go to the markets to collect, if you go to the markets to buy beans, right? What you're collecting is data, raw data. You're buying raw beans. So I like to use this analogy because all of you like food. So I'll assume that everybody here likes food and you eat food. Obviously, everyone here eats food. So now, let me pick your brain. You go to market, you buy beans, you sit down, you select your beans. You're picking the dirt from the clean ones. For some persons that, I don't know if those in Cameroon, do you experience that in your own country? So you pick your beans. What you're doing when you're picking your beans is you're cleaning your data. Right? And when you're done cleaning your data, you start processing the ingredients that you use to make your beans. Either you want to make your beans with rice, you want to make your beans jollof, you want to add crayfish. The analogy is sweet. You want to add crayfish, you need oil, you need Maggi, you need all that, right? You need salt to make your beans, right? You are processing data. And then you start cooking your beans, right? It's still in the, addition of process. Data cleaning, data processing, and then when you are done cooking your beans, you bring it out. You're now trying to put your data, in a way that it can make informed decision. You're putting it in a Power BI, you're putting it in a pie chart or whatever you're using to present your data, right? Putting in your plate, you're presenting it to the stakeholders. Now, the stakeholder could be your stomach. The stakeholder could be your parents. It could be your siblings or whoever wants to consume the food. So you see, in your everyday life, you are working with data. And now, companies use data all the time to predict the market. Companies use data to predict, how their customers behave, to understand how their customers behave, for them to make informed decision. Now, what are the major differences between a data analyst, a data scientist, and a data engineer? I'm going to use another analogy because I know a lot of persons might find it very difficult to understand the difference. So let's say farming. Should I use farming or should I use borehole? Which should I use? Guys, tell me, should I use farming to explain the difference between these three major careers? So now, I should use farming. Okay. So take data engineer as the person that produces the truck that conveys the cash crop from the farm to the warehouse. The truck, the wheelbarrow, all the tools that you need to convey data from the source to the warehouse. That is what a data engineer does. That is, he works on the architecture that ensures the delivery of data from the source to the warehouse. Now, it's in this warehouse that the data analyst and the data scientist source for data. These tools that a data engineer probably, provide to convey this information, we call it CRM tool. It could be a website, it could be Excel. I know some of us know what CRM tool is. SAP, SAP, and other CRM tools that can be used to collect data. They build these tools. They are in charge of the architecture of these tools. And it is conveyed to the warehouse, where the data analysts and the data scientists will use this data, will source for this data to do what they want to do. Now, what does a data analyst actually do, right? A data analyst, in his own capacity, uses data to do something different from what a data scientist do. And I'm going to explain it this way. A data analyst uses data in two different ways: descriptive and diagnostic. So if you are very conversant with social media, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you must have seen a place where the social media or your page is showing you your analysis, how many persons are viewing your content, or how many friends you have, where they are joining you from, or where they are. Those are data, right? So a data analyst describes this data. It describes what has happened in the past. So when I mean description, I mean, yesterday, 50 people from Lagos viewed our website. Yesterday, our company sold 30 slots. Today, our company sold 100 slots. That is descriptive. It's describing what has happened in the past. It's already happened, right? And now, diagnostic. He uses this data that he has seen, this data that is already existing, to answer some questions that the companies need. Why did this company sell 50 slots yesterday and sell 30 the previous day? Why are 100 people from US viewing my status today and 20 from Nigeria are viewing my status yesterday? This is what a data analyst do. He's now diagnosing the information he got to make informed decision. So it could be that, we actually ran an ad yesterday. Or, because I was dancing to a particular song on TikTok, that is the reason why people from a particular region are viewing my status or are viewing my content. If you're following me, say wave. I'll give me a thumbs up. If you're following my explanation, give me a thumbs up. Good, good. Now, what does a data scientist do? A data scientist does everything that a data analyst do, but then using it to predict the future, right? He does descriptive analysis, he does diagnostic analysis, but then after he has done all that, he uses to predict the future. So let's say, I know most people here are guys, so I'm going to use football as an analogy. Now, we can look at the match that's happened in the past, the former previous Premier League, to predict what the Manchester or Arsenal is going to play. We use the previous match, the new players they've gotten, to predict how they are going to perform this year. That is what a data scientist do with data. They use it to predict future. They use it to predict forecast. Weather forecast is a future forecast, right? And that is what a data scientist do. It comes from previous data, which is used to predict the future, right? For women, we could use, what would I use for women now? We could use our flow calendar, right? You use the previous dates to predict the future in your flow calendar. That is what a data scientist do. Previous data, use it to predict what will happen in the future. So if they ask you to explain what these three careers mean, would you be able to explain it? Give me a yes in the comments if you will be able to explain it now better than you've actually known it before. Give me a yes in the comment section. Give me a yes in the, okay, you can explain it now. Queen, why are you saying okay? But don't worry, Queen, you will still understand it as we go further, right? So now, the three major career paths are not just the only career paths in data analysis, in data career, right? The three career paths trickle down into various other careers and also into various organizations, various industries. So a data analyst could be a product analyst, could be a business intelligence analyst. Someone mentioned it here. Supply chain analyst, procurement, customer insights, logistics, operations. I mean, guys, look at this slide. As a data scientist, you could do forecasting, big data, machine learning, quantitative analysis, market research, computer vision, NLP developer, a lot. Like, it is exhausting. If you go online, you go to your ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what roles can a data scientist, work in? It will give you hundreds of roles. As a data engineer, AWS cloud engineer, analyst engineer, ETL developer, big data engineer, name it. Azure cloud engineer, name it, data platform engineer, right? There are a lot. So now, do you still think data career is oversaturated? Or do you think you lack the right information to venture into the career that you actually need to venture in? Because let's face it, everybody is just doing data analysis, or data science, data engineer. When you're applying for a job, you're not applying for specific jobs. You're just applying for data analyst. And there are many jobs out there under data analyst career. There are lots of jobs out there under data science and much more jobs under data engineering. Now, do you still think that data career is oversaturated? Do you still think that data career is oversaturated? Yes or no? Tell me. No, exactly. Do you still think with this numerous career role, these numerous careers and these numerous roles, and mind you, these roles are spawned across several industries. So let's say a business intelligence analyst. There are business intelligence analysts, just like the field has evolved. No, it has been like this. It's just lack of information. It has been like this. It's just lack of information. We also have healthcare analysts. Data, as long as a business exists, they collect data. As long as a business exists and they use customer relationship management tools, they collect data, whatever it is, logistics, FMCG, even one-man business, they collect data and they need to process the data to understand how their customers behave and to predict, the future of their business. So it was lack of information. It's like today's class is all about data analysis. No, there is not. You will get to a place where if you're a cybersecurity profession, you will also get some information. For now, like the topic said, we are discussing if data career is oversaturated. So it's going to be like the major topic. But then when we get to the mid of this session, you are going to get more insights in the career that you want to pursue. Okay, just stay on the call. All right. So moving forward, I've already asked you guys this question. Are you giving me your answer? So now let's look at the future of job reports, right? Let it not be like we are just giving you jargons, we're just telling you stories, because it's important. As we say, use the past to predict the future. So the data scientists, the World Economic Forum has predicted the future of jobs from 2025 to 2030 and beyond. What are these future of jobs? This is important for you to know. If you're falling into a career that is going to be redundant, if you're falling into a career that is going to be taken away by AI, maybe. Do you understand? So it is important always to check this research. I know a lot of persons don't read, but it's important to always go for insight reports, check research, because over and over again, careers are being predicted. And at the end of the day, the predictions are true, right? So checking these career predictions will help you refocus your purpose and refocus your mind to, invest in a career that you're going to have longevity in. Now, sorry guys. So let's look at the fastest growing and fastest declining jobs from 2025 to 2030. As predicted by World Economic Forum. Look at the charts at the top. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Can you see this very well? If you cannot see it very well, I would advise you zoom. If you're using your phone, you can zoom it in so you can see very well what we are showing you today, right? Looking at this screen, you could see that most of the jobs that have the fastest growing are going to be the most sought after job in the next 5 to 10 years are data jobs. Big data, topping the list. AI machine learning, data warehousing specialist, data analysis and data scientists, name it. Information security analyst as well, right? And now we have top fastest declining jobs. Postal service clerk, data entry clerk, cashier tickets, administrative assistants, executive secretary, graphic designers. I'm sorry if you're a graphic designer here, it's also a wake-up call for you as well. Transport attendants, material, because the world is moving. When it comes to tech evolves. Everything is moving fast. Last time we had ChatGPT, what happened? Just after 2 years ChatGPT was launched, what happened? DeepSeek came. And it feels like DeepSeek is the best thing since sliced bread. And there are going to be more competitions. There are going to be more better options when it comes to tech. Things are going to come up more. So it's left for you to evolve as it goes as well, right? If things go in the past, new things come, you update yourself every day. Now, look at these jobs that AI probably is going to take over. Postal service clerk. You've seen even delivery where in some countries like China, you've seen where robots are delivering food. So what does it mean? Delivery services are also going to be declining as well. So it's as good as that. But when it comes to data, as long as human exists, data career will go nowhere. As long as humans exist and we behave differently and we have different choices, and we can change our choice from today to change it to tomorrow, data will keep existing. Companies will keep looking for data, and they will keep looking for data professionals to work in this role, to fill this role, to mine this data for them, to process this data for them, right? To build data architecture for them as well. Now let's look deeper. The job growth and job decline from 2025 to 2030. This is data engineering, big data specialist. Just look at the chart. You can zoom it if you can see it. Big data specialist, fintech engineer, AI and machine learning specialist, data warehousing, data analyst, data engineer, organizational development specialist, which is HR, right? Even HR is tilting towards analytics, right? Database and network professionals. These are jobs that will always be here in the next 10 years. And then you look to the right-hand side, you could see jobs that are probably going to be taken over by AI. Let's face it, chemists and chemical laboratory scientists, architecture and surveyor, garments, related trade workers, food processing, compliance officers, and so on and so forth. The list is exhaustible, right? It's inexhaustible. There are lots of jobs that AI is going to take, but when it comes to data will stop. Companies will stop taking data. Maybe when humans stop existing. Do you believe me? If you believe me, say, give me a thumbs up. Do you believe that companies will only stop taking data, will only stop needing data if humans stop existing? Obviously, humans are alive. Humans are still existing. We buy things every day. Have you realized that sometimes when you just have a discussion with your friend, oh, I like these glasses, I would like to buy it. And then you go online and you just see adverts everywhere. Buy your glass, buy eyeglass, different shades, different prices. That is what companies are looking for. Both social media, that is what companies are looking for. They are trying to eavesdrop you. They want to hear what you're saying in your closet. So they can use it to sell business, they can use it to make business, they can use it to sell their market, right? They can use it to do ads, they can use it to predict, businesses for you to, keep spending your money. So as long as those things exist, data jobs are here to stay. So moving forward, we'll still look into more data jobs, business and intelligence analysis. Someone mentioned it here, database architecture, sales and marketing professionals as well, supply chain and logistics specialists, management and organization analysts, training and development specialists, which is also HR, right? So people, I'm sure that if you look at persons that are going to HR, most of them are just going to HR generalists, HR this, HR that. But if you are here and you are in a HR career, I'm sure that you should be using your biro and your book to start writing down some careers you can venture into, that you can move into in, as a HR analyst. You single yourself out from the crowd. You don't have to now go apply for jobs in data analysis or jobs in data science. You can single yourself out as a HR generalist, specialize in HR analytics. Tell me why you won't get the job, right? Tell me why you won't get a job. So these are another reason why job markets in data cannot be oversaturated. There has been a prediction of an increase in global digital economy, right? Now, what does global digital economy mean? It means so many companies on earth are going to be, embracing technology in their everyday activity. So if they are embracing technology in their everyday activity, embracing data, that means that data is here to stay. Digital transformation in market growth. Companies are using this digital what they call it, they're using tech to predict market growth. They're using social media, they're using different, social handles and different tech products to run their marketing ads for their business. So if there are going to be increase in digital transformation market growth, data will still be here, because as long as companies are embracing digital marketing, there will be data analysis. There will be business intelligence analysis, right? There will be business analytics as well, because these people are needed in this field. if they collect this data or if they run these ads, who is going to use the ads to predict the future of their business? Who is going to analyze, describe, and diagnose the data that they've already collected? Do you understand? If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. Exactly. Now, digital content market outlook. What does this mean? A lot of companies are going to be building social medias, right? TikTok, Facebook, there are going to be more social media that will exist. And if that happens, that means a lot of companies are still going to venture into other social media handles to run ads. And if that happens, they need people that are specialists in those areas. So data is going nowhere again. Now, let's look at the salary of data jobs. Let's face it, data is not easy, right? It requires to have a lot of skills. In as much as it's not easy, the salary as well, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not child's play. Now look at data engineering job on Glassdoors. This is their base pay, 31k euros to 48k euros per year. That's lots of money. HR analytics, they're any higher than general HR personnel and professionals. Financial analysis. If you're already in the financial field, very easy. You could just venture into financial analytics. These are jobs that are in high demand. And as someone who wants to have longevity, someone who wants to, focus on a career that is going to give you the life that you want in the future, it's important to look at these predictions. It's important to look at this data and this research that has been done, right? And then use it to restructure your life, use it to restructure your career, and then find a niche that resonates with what you actually want to do in data, and then focus on it, because trust me, data is going nowhere. Now, let's even leave this. Let me go share my screen and show you a job board, right? So this is a job board, raise.co.uk. So I was searching for a data analyst job recently, and then you see that, look at, they have specialism. Can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up. You see that there are different specialism, right? Marketing, in IT, in strategy and consulting, in recruitment consulting, scientific, construction, human resource engineering. When it comes to data, it is spanned across different industries. So, I mean, how many companies are existing? How many persons are into data career that data will be exhausted, or data career will be exhausted or oversaturated? I mean, let's face it. There are a lot of companies out there, small companies, medium scale, large, companies with huge employees. They are all looking for data analysis. Look at it, even in education, even in sales, even in media, digital and creatives, right? They're looking for data analysts to help them process their data, to help them predict their future data, to help them build CRM tools for them to use to collect data, right? And now we are also going to look into the data persons, right? Now, let's see. I'm going to remove my filter so you see what I'm talking about. And mind you, right, this is just one platform. This is just one platform, one job platform. So if one job platform is having this huge job postings, now we're going to look into, today alone, they posted 133 jobs in data analysis and analysts role. 133, just data analysts alone. The last 3 days, they posted 319. Last week, they posted 459. How many persons do you know around you that are into data career? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Someone mentioned earlier that data is easy. Data is not easy. I tried it. Personally, I tried it. I'm sorry. I did not, it did not work for me. I did not even finish my bootcamp. Because you need to be intelligent people that can actually handle data, because it has to do with statistics. It has to do with a lot of, mathematics, some statistical work, not all of them, not all data careers, right? But in a way, you need to learn to use these tools. And how many persons do you think actually have that capacity to venture into data science, data engineering, and data analytics to the extent that you will feel that data career is oversaturated? No, think about it. Think about it. Now, so why haven't I been able to land a job yet? I think it was Ibrahim that mentioned that he has been searching for a job 2 years ago as a data analyst or someone in a data profession, but he has not been able to land a job. That is what we are going to see now. So this does not is not only focused on people in the data field right now. Though we are talking about people in the data field, if you're also in other fields, this should also resonate with you. There's a reason why you've not been able to land a job. There's a reason why you've been having a lot of series of rejections and unending rejections with no reason. They're not giving you a reason, not telling you why. They're just telling you chose the better candidates and all that, right? If you are new into this tech or you're trying to transition, the game is you need experience to get you need hands-on experience to be able to have strong technical skill. But now companies are not hiring people that don't have at least 2 years experience. They're not hiring people that don't have at least 6 months experience. But then you need to be hired to gain experience. Are you seeing the catch-22 situation here, right? If you don't get hired, you won't be able to gain strong technical skills. Then what do? What are you going to do? Are you going to sit and wait? Right? Are you going to sit and wait till when one company wake up and hire you? Of which, trust me, I doubt it's going to be possible. Now, let's look at the reasons why companies are not hiring people that don't have strong technical skills. In data analytics, most especially data profession. Because when it comes to data profession, it's not a theoretical work. I just take data as an electrician or a mechanic, right? You have gone to school, you learned mechanical engineering, you learned electrical engineering. Now it's time for you to learn how to use these tools. If you have electrical fault in your house, would you hire somebody that just transitioned from customer service to electrical apprenticeship, and then they've never worked on anybody's apartment, they've never worked on any electrical faults? Or would you hire someone that has been working, even if it's 6 months or 7 months or 8 months or 1 year, has been working in this field, is an electrical technician, has helped people fix some electrical jobs in people's houses? Who would you hire? Let's be honest. Who would you hire? I would like us to engage me. Tell me who you would hire. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Who would you hire between the person that just graduated or transitioned from a non? No, I don't mean give me a thumbs up. I mean response to the chat. Who would you hire between these two persons? You have electrical fault in your house. Who would you hire? The person that just transitioned from customer service, the person with experience, right? Exactly. That is how companies look at you as a data analyst. You look at your CV, they feel like if they employ you, you cannot start working immediately. They like employees that they employ you, you're already hitting the ground running. But now you're not going to hit the ground running because you probably don't even have hands-on experience. You've only just done some custom projects online that probably does not speak to the real business problem, And then your custom project, 1,000 persons have worked on it. As you submit your CV, there are 50 persons that are also submitting CV that has also worked on that same project. And trust me, most of this project does not actually answer the questions or solve the problems of these companies. There's a different thing between solving something online and meeting the real deal. When you get to a company, have you experienced, feeling like you know something, and then you get the hands-on experience, you get to work the real deal, I realize that it's not the same thing. What you study theoretically and what you're getting your hands dirty on, it's not the same thing at all. So companies are looking for people that can contribute immediately when they start working. People that have soft skill, and you can only possess the soft skill when you've worked in a real organization or a real organizational setting. Soft skill, when I talk about soft skill, it means communication skill, right? Presentation skill, and so on and so forth. A lot of persons don't know how to communicate with their colleagues. A lot of persons don't even know how to, send emails. It is very important. A lot of persons don't know how to send emails. A lot of persons are applying and copying verbatim from what is happening on what they got from ChatGPT without erasing, without editing. They just post it in the mail. Maybe let's say cover letter. They just do copy paste and then paste it on the cover letter and they submit. These are communication bridge. You don't know how to communicate. You don't have the soft skill that requires you to excel in that role that you're applying for. You don't fit in the culture. When I mean culture, let's assume the job you're applying for, they do hybrid or remote. You don't know how to use, you don't even know the tools that you need to work remotely. You don't have the tools, you don't know how to use Trello board, you don't know how to use Jira, you don't know how to use Google Meets to set up meeting, you don't know how to send emails. So you don't fit the culture. These are the things they're looking out for. So working on capstone projects will not give you this. The only thing that will give you this is when you work in a team, in a real life job setting. That is the only way you get these skills. Strong technical skill, be able to work independently, soft skills that will make you excel in the job, and also to fit in the culture of the company you're enrolling for, right? Now, moving further, I already asked us who is better suited, so we're not going to go into this, right? So when you are choosing between two qualified candidates, employers are deemed having an internship to be the most influential factor. I've already explained why having an internship is the most influential factor. Because as an intern in an organization, it is assumed, I mean, let's face it, you already know how to work independently, right? It is assumed that you know how to send emails. It's assumed that you know how to communicate and collaborate within your teams. It's assumed that you have had cross-functional team collaboration at the cost of your training during your internship. And that is why they look out for internship when they are, rolling out for jobs and when they are looking at qualified candidates to hire. Now, more experienced workers are also sometimes willing to downshift to a lesser role. Let's face it, just imagine they sack you. You're working in a company and they sack you, right? Or something happens and you got laid off. Imagine staying 1 month, 2 months without receiving salary. It feels somehow. So the jobs they are also applying for, right? Without experience, without having any internship, without having strong technical skills, there are professionals that probably have faced retrenchment that are also applying for that role as well. They probably earn more than that in their previous role, but they don't care any as low as whatever that role is offering because they just want a job immediately. And what does that make you? You are at a disadvantage, right? Because if they compare your CV and the CV of the person already working a job that pays them higher, the person is even overqualified for the role. And company being who they are, they want someone that can hit the ground running. They will choose the person over you. If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. Exactly. Now, there is a research by Generation Reports that they did concerning job hiring, right? And this survey is saying that 94% of jobs posted, right, especially entry-level role, they require experience. Are you with me? They required applicants for this entry level jobs, tech jobs to have experience, even if it's 6 months in the field that they are applying for. So 86% of jobs posted online, right? Look at this survey here. These are what the tech recruiters are saying, that if you're applying for an entry-level role, you should have at least strong technical skill. This is what they are looking out for. So when you're applying for a job, look at your CV and ask yourself, do I have strong technical skill? can I deliver a high quality job? And the only way you can deliver a high quality job if you've already worked or gotten hands-on experience in the role they are applying for. Can I work independently without someone micromanaging me? These are what they're looking at for, right? Before we start talking about cultural fit. Most jobs are remote. Most managers that will, micromanage you are working from home. And most likely the job you're applying for is remote. So this is the reason why they need someone with strong technical skill and someone that is able to work independently. Because nobody's there, they don't have that time to hold your hands. So now have some retrospect, like ask yourself, looking at what the experience you've gained, the courses you've done, the capstone projects you've done, do you think that you're actually a good fit to land the roles that you're applying for? Right? Now, look at this data as well. Over 76% of these jobs that you're seeing here are requesting for experience, even as an entry-level candidate. Entry-level, they are requesting, even an internship. I have a friend that was looking for an intern, he's a software engineer. He was looking for internship in an organization, and they're requesting that he has hands-on experience. Trust me, nobody has time to sit down and wait for somebody to start learning. It's going to take you 6 months to get, your hands strong in those working with these tools. They don't have that time because in the span of 6 months, they're still going to be paying you. And you know what it means? It's an investment. What if you opt and go after you've learned the skill? Do you understand? So companies don't gamble it at all. They don't gamble it. That is the reason why they are requesting for at least 6 months of hands-on experience, working in a setting, a cross-functional setting, a setting where you gain not just technical skill, but also soft skill. Now, you apply for a job, right? It's important that you understand what is being required of you. You can have 7 years of experience, but if you don't have, you can have 7 years of experience, but if you don't have the type of experience that the job is requiring from you, you may likely not get the job. I'll give you an example. Like I said, my background is sales. I was coming from Coca-Cola and I wanted to go into banking and finance. I wanted to go into sales in banking and finance. Trust me, I applied for jobs. I applied for over 100 jobs. I actually had to sit down and think to myself and ask myself some questions and realize that truly I will not get this job because I don't have the type of experience they're looking for. What type of experience are they looking for? You must have gone to the fintech companies and the banking and finance companies. They're looking for someone that already had sales experience in a banking system, but I don't have it. I only have experience in FMCG, and they did not hire me. So years of experience is important. The type of experience you get is also important when you're applying for roles. Do you understand? It doesn't matter the role you're applying for. As long as you read the job description, they require some type of experience. And now this is the gap that we've seen across the job market, right? We've asked ourselves, how do we close this gap? What do we do, right? And that is where Amdari comes in. That is where Amdari comes in. To bridge this gap, you can't be wasting your years because as time goes by, a lot of companies that they also discriminate by age, right? As time goes by, you realize that you're wasting your time at home. You've learned a skill, you spent a lot of money learning a skill. Now it's time for you to get a job. It's over 6 months you apply for a job, you're getting rejections because you don't have hands-on experience. Now Amjari decided to bring forth this internship, right? For you to get this hands-on experience to be able to land the job that you're looking for you to be able to become employable, because what makes you employable is your technical skill and soft skill that you're going to, they're going to get during the internship. Now, Amdari is tell us to these 3 types of professionals. If you're following me, give me a thumbs up, guys. I want to be sure we are following what we are saying to this extent. Give me a thumbs up. Or are you tired? For those raising their hands, we are going to come for questions, right? After the session. Give me a thumbs up if you're following what I'm saying. Umaru Moses, thank you. Thank you so much. So now, Amdari is tailored for 3 types of professionals. The aspiring tech professionals, no experience, just got certificates, right? You've gone to boot camps, different boot camps, Probably you've gone online, Coursera, Udemy, you bought some courses, you've studied, you've worked on some capstone projects, but you don't have any experience in a job setting. If the second people that Amdari is for are career switchers, you are in sales, you're in customer service, whatever career that you're already in, you've had like 6, 7 years experience, 10 years experience, 5 years experience, and you look at the data that I showed previously, and realize that okay, with the trend of jobs recently, in the next 5 years, there may be a shake in my career, right? There may be retrenchment across companies. Companies may imbibe AI, and then I may be, thrown out of my job. And then you want to switch to tech. You want to switch to data career. And that is also for you. That means you've already done some projects. You've already gotten the skill. You've gotten some skill from Coursera. You've watched some YouTube videos, bought some courses in Udemy, but you don't have real work experience. The top people that Amdari is for are people that just recently relocated for a master's degree, right? Relocated to US, relocated to UK, Ireland, whatever country you relocated to, and you don't have relevant work experience in the country that you are in. Perhaps you have experience in the country you're coming from. You're coming from Ghana, you're coming from Nigeria, you're coming from Cameroon, and you relocated to this country, and you tried applying for jobs, and they're asking you that you don't have experience in their country, right? This is what Amdari, these are the people Amdari is for. So if you are among these 3 persons, you can indicate by showing 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. If you're among the aspiring tech professionals, no experience, but just have certificates, you can give me 1. If you're among the career switchers, give me 2. If you're among the persons that just relocated, but need hands-on experience in the country they are currently residing on, give me 3 in the comment section. Guys, engage me. I want to see what we are doing. Okay. Bamidele. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Career switchers. I see you. I see you. All right. So now these are like the 2 personals. Say Amina recently relocated for her master's and needs a job as a data analyst, right? She's been receiving loads of rejection emails because she lacks relevant industry experience. It's expected. It's expected because even if I have a company, I wouldn't hire someone who doesn't have hands-on experience. Now there is Moses. Moses has spent over 5 years working as a customer rep, and is in need to kickstart a new career journey into data profession, right? He has paid for several certifications, boot camps, online courses, and has access to free resources, but still can't land a job, even in entry role, due to lack of hands-on experience. Okay? If you are among this personnel, then you are actually in the right place. How did I know? I know we did our research. We understand what people are facing. We got complaints, right? There is a reason for us. There's a reason we started this in the first place. It's to solve a problem. And that is why we are here, to give you an insight to how you can navigate yourself from the problem you're having, single yourself out, and land the job that you have been applying for, right? Now, moving forward, I know in your head, you may be asking, what does Amdari do? How does this program work? I know you must be asking in your mind. You're eager to know, right? Now, I'm going to explain this to you. Now, Amdari work internship, we call it a remote apprenticeship virtual experience. In short, we call it RAVE, right? It is a remote apprenticeship virtual experience. Remote meaning you don't have to come to any office. You stay in the comfort of your own home, wherever you are, in London, in US, in UK, in Canada, in Ireland, in Nigeria. You will get this virtual, because it's important to also, get this soft skill, which is learning to work remotely, because the job you're applying for when it comes to tech are most likely going to be remote jobs, right? I mean, who doesn't like remote jobs? Sitting at the comfort of your home to, work for your company. Now, how does this work internship works? Yes. How does it work, right? We have business partners across different countries. We have business partners in Canada, US, UK, Ireland, right? That we have, as a business partner, we have discussed and decided that they should give us their unique data challenges, their unique business problems. You understand? So when they bring these business problems for us, if you are registered with Amdare, you work as a team. As you can see in the slide as it's debited, right? You work as a team. So this unique business challenge, let me say the challenge is data analysis challenge, is being given to you and your team, right? So you and your team, you bring your heads together, you work on the project, you analyze the project or the problem, you come up with a solution on how to solve this unique problem that this business partner is having. Do you understand? And then what else do you do? You come up in a team, you do a presentation, you evaluate this problem, and you also make recommendations for the key stakeholders of these business partners. If you understand what I said, give me a thumbs up. I repeat myself. This unique problem is given to you and your team. You bring your heads together. You have a team lead as well. So you have a team lead. You're working as a team. Everybody has a team, depending on the internship program you enrolled for, right? So we call you a consultant. It's more like you're working as a consultant, right? You work on these problems, you present these problems, evaluate it, and provide solution and recommendation to the business partners, which are the key stakeholders of their own business. Do you understand? Now, when you are done with this project, you quickly put it on your portfolio. In Amdare website, we have a portfolio builder, right? So all the projects that you've worked on are being put in your portfolio. I'm going to show us this portfolio after this session, right? You build a portfolio in Amdare and you can access this portfolio and send this portfolio to any social handle that you have, LinkedIn, Twitter, GitHub, name it. Even when tech recruiters request for it, you can always come to Amdare page, click on share, copy your the link and send it to them, right? You can put your portfolio in your LinkedIn as well. Now, what else do we do for you? LinkedIn optimization, CV revamp, right? We work on your LinkedIn profile. It's important that people know that the easiest way to get a job, to land a job without stress, is from LinkedIn. When your LinkedIn is positioned in a way that tech recruiters will see you. I have had jobs that I never applied to, but I just saw an email in my LinkedIn, a HR asking me, oh, I saw your profile, I saw you do this, and I want to have, I don't know if you're looking for a job or if you're opting for a job, we like to have an interview with you. A simple, sweet, it is the best thing. Trust me, if you experience it, you will not joke with LinkedIn, right? It's the best thing and the best feeling ever to be sitting at the comfort of your own house and someone is approaching you for a job. And that can only happen when you optimize your LinkedIn in a way that you present your work to these companies that you are targeting, that shows that you have actually done projects that have impacted companies, that have impacted, organizations, right? And then we revamp your CV. There are persons that have worked, that have had experience, and they don't know how to communicate this experience to the recruiters. You just go on ChatGPT and then you copy anything you feel like you want to copy and you put it on your CV. Trust me, recruiters, they know. They know. Do you understand? They know when you are just saying jargons and they know when you actually did the real job. Even if you copied correctly from ChatGPT, when you start speaking to recruiters and you don't have hands-on experience, they can tell if you've worked on a project, real life project before, and if you've not worked on a real life project. The confidence will not even be there because you'll be if you have the confidence, you'll be confident saying nonsense, but they will not say anything to you. They'll just note it down. Oh, this person is saying rubbish. He never worked on any project before. That's the confidence that you build when you do a real life internship, get your hands dirty, working on a real life project in a team. Now, we rebrand you. How? When we say rebrand you, what do we mean? For the persons that are switching their careers, trust me, you have some skills that are transferable from the careers you already have. My battery is low. Thank you so much. Oh, Maureen. Please, you can register with the link that have been posted on the chat. So you can get these recordings later. We can send these recordings to you. Please register with the link in the chat. Okay. Now, how do we rebrand you? You have transferable skills from numerous work you've done in the past as someone that is transitioning to the tech field, right? We get these skills and we position it in a way that it will speak to the roles that you're applying for in your tech career. Now, working as an intern in Amdare, you're not just gaining experience with one particular company or one particular industry. Remember when I spoke about the importance of having experience in a specific company or a specific industry, which is also one of the criteria for employing candidates, right? So you are going to be having multiple industry experience. Let's say as a data science, right? And you are an Amdare intern, you're a consultant in Amdare. In your first 3 months, or before you finish your internship, which is a 6 months internship, you're going to be working on projects for FMCG, logistics, and supply chain. You'll be working for e-commerce companies, you'll be working for fintech companies, because we have, business partners across different industries. What does this do for you? This broadens your horizon, makes you more employable. So you don't have to be fixated applying for a particular job. So let's say, assuming you come to Amdare and the only experience you got is just e-commerce. Trust me, you'll be limited to applying to only e-commerce companies most of the time, because that is the only place you can speak of you've worked on a project for, right? But now, if you have multiple industry experience, you have experience in several industries, you can apply for several industries and speak boldly in the interviews, because you've already worked on projects in those industries. You've already worked on projects that they can relate. Okay? If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. If you're following me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so when it comes to employability, right, which I have spoken before, the CV revamp, the LinkedIn optimization, we also have one-on-one mentorship. The people, we have career coach that will speak to you, people that have had over 6 years experience, 7 years experience in this field. They know where the shoe fits. They can tell you everything you need to know about the career that you're venturing into or the internship that you're working. They can tell you the tricks. They can tell you the things you need. We also, our CV revamping, we have CV revamp specialists, right? Who are they? They're also professionals in your field. We don't just bring a general CV revamp. I know some persons that have gone, online and paid for CV revamping, and some people who go on, those CV revamp specialists who go on ChatGPT and they get you whatever they find online and put in there, right? But here we have specialists, people that are already in your career, that hire candidates in your career, right? They know what tech recruiters are looking for in a data analyst role. They know what tech recruiters are looking for in a data engineer role. They know what tech recruiters are looking for in a data science role, right? So they optimize your CV, they revamp your CV to speak to the job you've done, to communicate properly to the tech recruiters. There's what we call, I've forgotten the word, I don't know, but it gives a context. Let me give you an example, right? As a data analyst, I can say that I've worked in my company and I've extracted, let's say, data from Google, right? And I've used it to predict the future of the business, which is for them to, invest more in a particular advert, or for them to invest more in a particular product. And what happens when they did that, it costs them an increase in sales to over 50%, to over 60%. This is the way you present yourself to tech recruiters, for them to know that, okay, you actually know what you're doing. What you worked on actually impacted the company, right? But you will see some CVs where they just write, I use Power BI to work on a project in Google Analytics. I use Python to, you're not communicating. Do you understand? You're not giving them numbers. They need to see numbers. How did your projects impact the company? And this is exactly what we are doing for you when it comes to CV revamping. We also put you in through interview preps. There is one thing to have perfect CV. It's one thing to have good LinkedIn, and it's another thing to be able to speak for yourself during interviews. A lot of persons don't understand interview questions. They ask you, walk me through your experience or tell me about yourself. You think they don't care about your name. They don't want to know what your name is about or where you go to church or where you come from. That's not what the question is. So this is what we are going to, put you through for you to understand how interviews have been, for you to understand the interview questions, how to answer interview questions. And we also, put you through some mock interviews where you answer our questions, right? And this is the way we prepare you to be employable. So when you go out there, you're not just going with the skill, you're not just going with the soft and strong technical skill, you're also going with the boldness to understand what the HR, the tech recruiters are requiring of you during interviews and to speak to the questions that you have been asked, right? Now, you also get job reference. For those that have traveled abroad, already working in their respective countries before they traveled, and they have challenges or they've worked, they're trying to apply for jobs and they're requesting for job reference in the country that they're living, right? Amdari offers you 2 years job reference. So Amdari is registered in Canada, Amdari registered in UK, Amdari registered in US. Do you understand? So when you apply for these jobs and they're requesting you to get a job reference of that country, Amdari gives you job reference letter for 2 years. So this means that even after your internship with Amdari, right, and you are doing job, let's assume you decide to do job hopping, you did not stay 2 years in an organization, 1 year, and you decide, oh, you want to go back, to take reference letter from Amdari after 2 years. Amdari will also give you, reference letter. But after 2 years, then we're going to talk about that later. We also give you on-the-job support. There are a lot of persons that must have been thinking in their hearts, oh, so when I'm done with the internship, what happens? Who is going to hold my hands and all that? I understand the fear, right? Amdari gives you on-the-job support. Even when you get these jobs and you're having issues navigating some kind of technical jobs or some kind of tools, right? You can always come to Amdari. That's why we prioritize our interns, we prioritize our consultants. You can always come up and ask your career coach or your mentor or your line manager, your lead, your group lead, some questions, right? The reference will only attract additional fee after 2 years. So just write down your questions, right? We are going to come to all these questions. It's going to come after 2 years. So we are giving you reference from year 1 to 2 years. After 2 years, it's probably going to require you to get pay some substantial fee to get the reference later. But I mean, that's just about it. So let's move forward. So we have a cohort that is starting in February 8th, 2025 and March 8th, 2025, right? So you could join our cohort. And like I said earlier, that I have a special gift for us, right? What is this special gift? Because our cohort is about to end for the February 8th. Our cohort is ending 6th. That is when we are going to, stop our discount. We are running a discount for you. Our original price is $600, right? But because of complaints, especially from people that have relocated abroad, that probably just finished their masters and they're still doing some menial jobs and they don't have so much money, or they're struggling, they're still trying for themselves, right? They've complained to us and we've heard them. And then we decided to run 25% discount. So you can seize the chance now to, secure your spots. And our spots is very, very limited. Why do I say it's limited? We want to give you the best experience. We want to give you an exclusive experience. It's just like being in a class. If you are someone that went to, let's say, schools in Nigeria, you understand how 100 level is in universities. It's usually super crowded, except maybe you went to a private university where they have a better control of their crowd. So because we want to have a better control of our consultants, so we can give you the best experience, we have very limited slots, 20 persons per career internship, right? Right now, we barely have, I think we barely have 10 left for each spot. So you can take charge right now and secure your spot with just $90. Why $90 in your ask? Because due to the complaints we've had, we have to come up with a 5 months installment payment for everyone, to be able to pay for this internship. So you can secure your spot now with $90. The offer ends on the 7th of January, right? So secure your spot now with $90 for the internship program. And I'll be showing us how the payments link looks like. My colleagues are going to be dropping the payment links in the chat. So when you click the payments link, this is what you're going to see, right? You're going to see this, and then you just reserve a seat, secure your spot by clicking any of the internship that you prefer. So let's assume I want to go into cybersecurity. Click reserve a seat, right? And then it takes me to this website. I'm sorry. After this, I'm going to be answering questions. I know a lot of persons have questions for me, so just give me some time. So here we have the websites, right? When you click on reserve a seat, it will bring you to this page. You can select any country currency you want to pay with. You can select United States. Let me assume I want to pay with dollars. I click here. And then it brings us to this point. So you can select the 5 monthly payments and then click secure your spot and then go ahead with it. You input your name, and your email address. Phone number. I don't think this. Anyways, you put your phone number and then you proceed, right? I don't know why it's not allowing me my phone number. I think I have to select the country code. So let's say I'm going for Algeria. I'm from Algeria, so this is my phone number. Can you see my screen? Okay. So basically, when you click on continue, you input your card details and then you make payments. So when you make payments, this is where it's going to bring you back. It's going to bring you back to this page. And when it brings you back to this page, all you have to do, it's not like we don't have your data, we already have your data, we already know that you've made payments. But because there are some persons that want to secure their spots now and they want to start a match, they want to join the match cohort, you come here and fill this, fill this form, fill your name in, the country of your residence, the country, your current status, if you're a correct career switcher, students, put your phone number, and then you click next. This is very important for us to take note of when you want to start your internship. You click on the internship program you have chosen, right? You upload your screenshots of your payment and then the account name. You click next, and then you get to this page. You select the cohort you want to start, you want to join, right? So if you want to join February cohort, March cohort, or April cohort, you just select the cohort you would like to join. So you can secure your spot now because the discount is ending on the 7th. Or you can secure your spot now, come to this page, choose the cohort you want to join. It is very important that you do this. And then you fill up the remaining space and submit. So that will be it for now. So I'm going to be responding to questions. So if you have questions for me, you can unmute your mic. Hold on, I'm going to call names from. Okay, Shayi, you're the first person to raise your hand. Shayi, you can unmute your mic and ask me your questions. Hello, can you hear me, Shayi? Shayi, can you hear me? Guys, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, Shayi, can unmute your mic. Okay, I don't think Shayi is here. Richard and Bimbola, you can unmute your mic and ask me your questions. Hello, Richard.
Hello, good evening.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, uh, yeah, good evening. Nice presentation, I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah. First off, if I could hear you clearly, I don't need to have any experience right now to be able to join the internship class or the cohorts. Is that
I
a
did not get
yes?
that.
Okay, I said if I heard you clearly from the presentation, I don't need to have any. For example, now I'm an accountant. Okay, according to I work as an accountant. I want to delve into data analytics, okay, which I feel it's somehow related. Okay. So though I have experience in the accounting field, okay, but I don't have an experience as a data analyst. Okay. So if I heard you clearly from the presentation, are you saying that I am still eligible to enroll for the internship? That's number one question. But my second question is this. I heard you clearly when you said there's a discount of 5%, making that to $450. We that we're in Nigeria, there's fluctuation in the dollar rates. Okay. Is there a fixed rate for we that we are in Nigeria? Probably maybe 1,000 naira per, I mean, like that's 90,000 naira. Or is there a predetermined rate from your end so that there will be no fluctuation regarding how much each individual is actually paying?
Okay. Is that all your question? Okay. So your first question, you don't have experience in data analysis, but you want to venture into data analytics. So Amdari does not teach. Amdari is not an edtech company, right? So it's expected that you have, background knowledge of the internship you want to go into. You probably have taken a course online, maybe Coursera and all that. So if you haven't done that yet, I'll advise you do that. Perhaps you may want to secure your spot now and use and maybe join the March cohort and use the entire February to like gain experience, gain some courses, learn some courses online, either Coursera or YouTube. Just get beginner knowledge of the data analysis you want to venture into. You understand what I mean, right? So that is what I would advise. You can secure your spot because our discount may not be exceeding this deadline, but you can secure your spots, choose the match cohort, and then you can come back after you've you can learn these courses online. For your second question, is there a fee rate, a fixed rate? So that is the reason why we advise you pay in dollars because of the fluctuation of naira. So if you pay in dollars, we are not um at the bad end. You're not at the bad end as well. Do you understand? So if you pay in dollars, it's be good for the both you and the company as well. So naira is not stable. So, but you can still decide to pay in naira if you want to. The rate is already on the link provided in the chat. But then that is it for now. Shay, you can unmute your mic. Did I answer your question? Hello, Shay, you can unmute your mic and ask me your question. Shay, I can see your hands, but you're not unmuting your mic. Michael, you can unmute your mic. I don't think Shay is with us. Michael,
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
good evening, Michael.
Yeah, how are you, ma? My own concern
I'm
towards
good.
the my own concern towards this. First of all, the process you was trying to illustrate for people to do their entrance. For me, my own concern is for I think you should have given maybe people send their money through Western Union or another link for the money to reach you and you do the process because some of us here, like I'm from Sierra Leone, and 2 years ago I done my BSc and I did some online courses from Kenya, from Vantage Africa of School of Leadership, I did MS projects, I did M&E. Now I'm also doing some courses through Career for All Academy from Nigeria, guys from Nigeria. But my own, I want to do more. I want to do internship on M&E. But how to do this process you are just illustrating is difficult for me. It's more. It's like it's difficult for me to do all these entries. You should have given a process where we send the money to you and you do all the process. And the next concern concerning the price issues because $450 is it? Yes. First you say $600 and you give a discount of 25%. You should have divide the whole session into two. Some of us we are not working. We are just like graduates from university. We don't have enough money, so you just divide that one into two. So for those people who have done masters, they have their own, and for those people who just came from university, which is like we did first degree, we have our own price. So I think that's my own concern. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Michael. It's understandable. We understand the challenges that people are facing recently, and that's the reason why we reduced our price from 600 to 450 and also gave 5 installment payments for persons that are not really like financially buoyant to pay the money at once. So yeah. For Do you have any other question, Michael?
That's all. That's all. That's my own concern.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's it.
sorry.
Richard.
Hello.
Yeah, Richard, you can speak.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my network. So, but I think I did not hear any of the feedback from you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what actually happened.
Okay. I will go back to what I said earlier. You said you don't have experience in data analysis, or you want to venture into data analytics and you're coming from accounting, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we do not teach in Amdari. So Amdari is purely for people who has already like understood what they are, at least you have beginner knowledge of the course, the internship you want to venture into. So my own advice would say you can, make your payments, secure your spot, and maybe join the March cohort, right? And use your February to go online. There are a lot of free courses online, or Udemy, on Coursera, or YouTube, and dedicate February for getting that beginner experience, getting that beginner knowledge of the course you want to venture into, the internship you want to venture into. We also have cash what do you call it, crash course for persons that already like even in the field, but probably they've forgotten how the career works, right? So this crash course is to refreshing your brain, put you through some projects that are not so difficult. Probably just use Excel, right? So our advice, you secure your spot for March, right? And then go back and gain this knowledge and come back. All right.
Okay.
So
What about
you
the?
ask if there is a fixed rate. Now the answer for the fixed rate is this: because of the fluctuation of naira is the reason why we always advise our customers, our consultants to pay in dollars, right? However, when you go to the website, there is a naira rate there. You can also pay in naira.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, there's a when you go to the website, there's a naira rate there, so you can pay in naira as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Michael, are you still? Do you still have questions to ask? Hello, Michael. Do you have
Hello.
questions to ask? Do you still have
Well,
questions?
well, I understand. For me, I understood everything which you're explaining. But my own that's those concerns I raise. Those are my only concerns concerning the price issue, and if like I'm intent to be with you guys, I decide to register. How how I should do my payments, because the process you just illustrate there for me. I think I just need to send you the money, and you do everything for me, and you send me the how I can log in into my accounts and do all my I follow up
We
what.
we are going
Yeah.
to call you. We are going to call you after the session. Our customer service is going to call you, and then if there are other processes that are better
Okay.
for you, or yeah, we're
No
going to
no
walk
no
you through
problem.
it properly. Okay.
No problem. No problem, man. No problem.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
All right.
Oga,
You're welcome. All right.
Gabriel, you can unmute your mic and speak to me.
Oh,
Gabriel,
good evening.
good evening.
Yeah, thank you. That was a very good presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to ask. For me, I've been following cybersecurity for a couple of time now, and trust me, I've done several certification, both international and local. I've done a lot, but one of the things that attracted me to this Amdari was when I saw internship. That was the only thing. So I'm going to ask, what measure as Andari or did Andari put in place after the internship? Is there something like maybe a job reference or something like, is there something, or just after the internship and gain experience, you're just on your own?
Okay, I'm going to walk you back to the slide I had. I don't know if probably you will not. You are not on your own. Okay, I'm going to walk you back to. So now this is what we offer. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
So we are going to, after your internship, you still have on the job support. I explained it earlier. What it means is that when you get your job, when you get a job, and let's say you're having some difficulties working, navigating the tools that you're using, right? You can always reach out to Amdari. You can always reach out to your team lead, the career experts, right? To help you navigate some processes, right? Do you understand what I mean? So
Yeah,
we
I get it.
also give you 2 years job reference. So let's say you've worked on the job for 1 year, and then after first year you decide to look for a higher paying job, and then you get that job and you still want to come to Amdari for reference letter. We'll still provide you with the reference letter within the 2 years of you leaving Amdari. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get that clearly.
Exactly. Now, interview preparations. We prep you for interviews. In fact, in 3 months of joining Amdari, we always encourage our consultants to start applying for jobs, right? We call them up for their CV revamps. Revamp your CV, optimize your LinkedIn, and start prepping you for interviews. Because when you've when you've had like 2 or 3 or 4 projects across different industries already in your portfolio, I'm still going to share the portfolio platform so you guys will see how it looks like, right? We always advise you start applying for jobs. So we are not leaving you. We are not just letting you go like that. In fact, we have community that we engage you in our community. Even after you've left Dari, we still engage you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes. Maybe let me put my question differently.
Okay.
I understand this part. What I'm trying to say is, okay, after all of this internship, CV revamp, and LinkedIn optimization, and all of that.
Mm.
So after we're done all of that, like, does Andari, like, maybe, it's just an idea. I'm just saying, it could be a
Mm.
question as well. is there something like maybe a cohort where maybe let me just put it, a room where maybe employer can just come to search for potential, stuff like that? Does Andari have something like that? That's what I'm saying.
There is a possibility for that, but we don't always like come to let you know about it. Do you understand? So now, mind you, when you're working as a team, you're also working with some persons that have already had some experience in this field. So you have a chance of being recommended for jobs by your own peers.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
understand? You're not working
That's cool.
alone, right? You're working with other professionals from across the world, from UK, US, different places, right? So there are persons that already have have like maybe like 2 to 3 years experience. Probably they came to Andari to get hands-on experience on how to use a particular tool. Most of them are like that. Do you get? So you don't know who is who, right? In the community, you don't know who is going to recommend you for jobs. I have a colleague that most of the jobs she got are usually from recommendations from people she has worked with, people she has gone through trainings with. Do you understand? So
Yeah,
that's the
that's cool.
importance of that teamwork and the community that you have in Amdari.
All right. Thank you very much.
So when are we expecting? Are you securing your spot for February, or are you joining the March cohort?
At the moment, there's a bit of financial constraint. I just finished a course, and in fact, I'm not even done. I'm doing a course with a Cisco Networking Academy at the moment. So most of my a bit of financial constraint at the moment. So likely maybe the March cohort.
You may actually want to secure your spot, because in March, you may not get it for $90 again.
For it?
Yeah, our discount is ending on the 27th. So, like I demonstrated earlier, you can secure your spot with $90 now. And when you go to the payments registration form, you fill the form and you select March cohort. So you can come in March and then start your internship. Do you understand?
Yeah, clear.
Exactly. So I would advise you, I mean,
All right, I'll process
secure
that
your
and
spot.
probably do the needful.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Michael, you're still asking another question. Your hands are raised. If you have questions for me, please raise your hands. I would call you up and then you unmute your mic and
Uh,
ask your questions.
well, I will reserve my question. I'm waiting for the the customer service to get in touch with me. Then I will continue asking questions from there.
Okay. But
All
before we
right.
go, I would like to walk us through the Amdare portfolio. So this is how the portfolio looks like, right? This is how the portfolio looks like. So see, you give a brief description of yourself. I've not really like updated this portfolio, but I'm going to click this so that I will show you guys the preview of how the portfolio should look like. So this is how the portfolio will look like. As a consultant, you have your picture, you have a brief history of yourself, and a link for recruiters to contact you, right? Now, if you click this contact me, it's going to take you to different links, either LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever link that you decide to put in here. That is what it's going to take you to. So now, this is how it appears: 6 years of experience, number of tools you've used, projects you've completed. This is how exactly it's going to appear. So when your tech recruiters are going through your portfolio, this is how it shows on their own end. This is how your project comes in. Description of the projects you've worked on and how you've impacted the company. This is how it's going to show. The specialization, the tools that you are competent in. This is how it comes out, right? So if you are specializing in data analysis, market analysis, you just select them. So when they come, they know that, okay, you can work as an enterprise analyst, you can work as a financial analyst, you can work as a SWOT analyst, you can work as an IT system analyst. And then the tools that you're competent in will also appear in this end, just the way this looks like. Very simple, very concise, very smart. That is how your portfolio will look like. And you can always access this portfolio, even 5 years after you leave Amdari, like you're working. There are persons that pay for portfolios, right? And still have to subscribe and pay for money for them to access their portfolio or to renew subscriptions. But with Andari, you're getting this for free for just being a consultant, right? So this is the tools, how your tools will appear. Your proficient in Python, Excel, R. This is how it comes out. And then your skills are going to be written here, and your experiences, all the companies you worked for previously, and all the tools you've used, and your work with Amdari as well. So here, your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn, and your Twitter address will be here. So anybody can click here. If I click this LinkedIn now, it's going to take me to my LinkedIn page, right? They can contact you through your email or through your phone number. So this is basically how your portfolio will appear when you are working as an intern in Amdari. All the projects you work will be you update them. Very simple, very easy. You just have to just click on edit, type it in, and you're done. And now we also have a job board, right? We'll save you the hassle of going through different job boards, LinkedIn, FlexJob, GitHub, looking for remote jobs, right? So you can come here, you type cybersecurity, and you will get cybersecurity jobs listed here, and they are all remote jobs, right? You can go ahead to apply for jobs, remote jobs across different locations. Very easy, easy peasy. You don't have to go to FlexJob or go to LinkedIn and continue your endless scrolling and endless filtering, looking for jobs to remote jobs that you apply for. You could simply just start applying for jobs. Your first 3 months, we always advise you apply for 10 jobs every day, 10 jobs every day. Before your 6 months elapse, there's no way you will not get a job. Trust me. There's no way you will not get hired or be called for an interview. Right? So, do we have any other question? Does anyone else has question for me? Gabriel? Okay, you can mute your mic. Hi, Gabriel. You can unmute your mic and speak.
Okay, I think it's better now.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Gabriel, you can speak.
Yeah, okay, so a quick one. I was going to ask, are all the projects, are they live projects or just like virtual project, kind of like real life projects?
They are real life projects. Just the way you work.
I mean, for the internship, is it real life projects? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it is a real life project. I'm going to show us how it works. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
You say, yeah, you say they are real life projects.
Yes, we have business partners that gives us this project, right? So it's a real life project, and they also have time limits. I'm waiting for people to ask me questions. No one has asked me about timing, time of meeting, time of submitting your projects and everything, how you're going to cope with different time zones. I'm expecting people to ask me that because I intentionally did not speak on it. So you can ask me those questions. So for the projects, they are real life projects, right? And you work as a team. You choose your timing, no matter where you are, in Sierra Leone, in Cameroon, in US, in Canada, South America, wherever you are, right? You work as a team and you choose within your team the time that is preferable for you, right? Some persons in some teams in our our internships, they choose to have their team meetings twice a week, and they choose the time that is favorable for everybody. Do you understand? So you always have stand-up meetings. Either you have stand-up meetings, some may decide to do it every day, some may decide to do it twice a week. So if you're doing it twice a week, all you have to do in your times of stand-up meeting is to talk about what you're working for the day, for the week. Do you understand? And the tools you're going to be using. And then on Friday, you talk about what you've done, just the way you do in a normal job setting, because this is a real work experience, right? And they also have time limits that you need to finish these projects. There's some projects that require you to finish in 1 week. There's some projects that require you to finish in 5 days. There's some projects that require you to finish in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending. Do you understand?
Yeah, clear. Thank you.
Exactly. So guys, no other question, no more question. Ugochukwu, you've been quiet. You don't have questions for me? Hello, Ugochukwu. You can unmute your mic. Azendu, do you have questions for me?
Okay, thank you very much for um, uh, the um, information you provided so far. I wanted to ask for those of us who work, you understand, so you try to meet up with shift here and there. At the same time, you also try to um, meet up with, with your project. So I'm just thinking how, because you just mentioned there are some projects that last a week, 2 weeks or thereabouts. So I'm just thinking if eventually I subscribe to B, how will I be able to manage my timing with the way Amdari, functions in terms of project deliveries. So I'm just thinking around that. I mean, if this is best for me at this time. So that's just my
Okay.
comment.
Okay, this is how it works. So most of our consultants are 9 to 5 hours. Believe me, if you've seen the price, most of them are 9 to 5 hours. Most of them are already working and they are busy. And that's the reason why we made it very flexible for them as well. So remote jobs, the way it works, we only ask that you dedicate at least 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 4 hours every day to work on your projects, right? You can decide to do it in the night, you can decide to do it during the day, you can decide to do it in the weekend, if that's where you have the most time. It's a remote job, you're not coming to work every day. Do you understand? I work remotely, right? There may be some time I may not really like the chance to do some work during the day. And my colleagues may send me a message, oh Amara, I want you to work on this. I'll just, okay, please can you just let's have this meeting so and so time. That's when I'll be available. As long as I do it that particular time, it's convenient for me, it's convenient for them, right? So the meetings you're going to be having, the stand-up meetings, could be twice a week. So nobody's going to bug you with meetings. But you have someone that may remind you, okay, how far are you working on your project and all that, so that you don't trust me, it's not easy to be working and also to be running internship or running some boot camps. Do you understand what I mean? So working 2 jobs, this is more like doing 2 jobs, right? But a flexible one. So you have persons to remind you as well, and the timing is flexible. There are some, like I said, there are some jobs that you need 1 week to finish. You may have time within those weeks, and that is when you want to work on your project and submit. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
I get, there are some of us that maybe just at the verge of completing our training. Um, for myself, I'm an example. And while we are subscribed to these, there might also be some knowledge gap. So understand that this is an internship. So I wouldn't know if Andari can provide that support that will help you to close up on those knowledge gaps you have in those areas, right? Why you're working on your project. So I just wanted to throw more light on that.
Yes. What you just said is exactly what Amdari is offering you. In fact, it's as flexible as you're about to finish. Like you said, you're about to finish the boot camp you're doing, right? The program. This is the best time for you to enroll. Now, just give example. Someone who is learning how to make hair or how to shave hair with YouTube. The best way to learn is to start working on the tools. That is the way the brain retains more memory. That's the way that you get used to the skills. That's the way you learn strong technical skill. You get strong technical skill, right? In fact, for some persons, I always advise that if you're running a boot camp already, let me say you're already 2, 3 months into the boot camp, you should start an internship. So as they are teaching you about these tools, you're practicalizing it while doing the internship. And that way it sticks to your brain. Do you understand? You get better good at it. You understand it better because do you understand what I mean? Working with theory and practical, that's the best way the brain retains lots of memory. And that's the way you build stronger technical skills in working with those tools. So someone telling me, oh, this is how to do nails. You can learn how to use Clipper. You've seen how they use it on YouTube. They've taught you this is how the clipper is held. But when you hold the clipper, it's different from what they taught you, right? So it is always easier when you are learning virtually and also practicalizing it with your own hands. And that is what Amdare is bringing for you. So this is the perfect time. Trust me, this is the perfect time to enroll for the internship. So you can practicalize all you've learned so far. I mean, you're about to finish, so it's not really going to be much of a hassle. And when you start up with Amdare, we're not pushing you with the strong projects, right? Like I said, you have crash course that will put you through, right? So within our first month, you will start getting some easy projects that you can actually work on before we'll now introduce you to the stronger projects. So trust me, this is the best time for you to enroll.
Okay, fine. Sorry, I still have another question. So,
Okay.
is it possible for me to say, okay, this is the area I want to specialize on? Fine, it's good. Um, I don't know the number of projects one will have to do in the course of this internship. So, but I wanted to ask, is it possible for me to say I want to specialize in the area, or want to do more projects in healthcare, or I want to do more projects in some specific areas, right? And I'm able to get some projects done in those areas, say up to like maybe 5 projects or 4 projects in this area. So because there might be a particular sector I'm looking at putting in my CV, right? So
Mm.
I can actually build actually build some specialty or whatever skills in projects that are related to a particular sector. So is it possible for me to say yes, I want this kind of project to be focused on, say, healthcare or maybe manufacturing or logistics or something like that?
So for your question, what Amdare does for you, I don't think it is possible to pick because we are getting these jobs from our business partners, right? And they are spread across different industries. But for me, from my experience, what I always advise is this. You may actually think that, okay, this is what you want to go into. It's okay to like subscribe that you want to go into healthcare analysis. Let me give you for example, right? And then let's assume you get all your projects from healthcare analysis and you go into this healthcare analysis and you understand that maybe it's not really paying much or it's not really what you want to do. Do you understand? But when you have this opportunity that Amdari is giving you where you work for different industries, you do projects in healthcare industry, do projects in financial industry, it is best for you because let's assume you finished the internship and then you get a job in the healthcare industry, right? And then you decide after working for some months or 1 year, like you found out that maybe it's not really what you thought it would be, you will not be selling yourself short. But had it been you have like done a project only on healthcare, it will be difficult for you to navigate going to other industries. But having this experience span across different industries will open your horizon to after you gained worked on this project and apply for a healthcare because obviously you have done a project on healthcare. You apply for it. You can start there to build your specialty if you want, right? And if you decide that, okay, this specialty, I don't think is actually what I want, you also have an opportunity to go into any other specialty, maybe financial institution, or you want to work in e-commerce or FMCG. Now it's already in your CV, so you can apply for those jobs and go through interview for those jobs as well because you already worked on projects in those jobs. So sometimes specific projects could actually limit you, you know, towards what you're actually supposed to do in future. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So it's
And just
mm,
finally, I also wanted to find out this company's this project. Are they
yeah,
projects because say for instance you live in the UK,
yeah.
applying for certain jobs right in the UK, they might want to look at okay, what UK company have you UK based project have you done? So does your project or list of projects spans does this span across companies located in Canada or maybe Nigeria or something like that? So just wanted to know.
That is where Amdaria comes in as well. like I mentioned earlier, I don't know maybe if you joined us early, where I mentioned that Amdari is registered in the UK, Amdari is registered in the US, and Amdari is a registered business in a registered company in Canada as well. So when you're working on projects, what they need to know to attest if these projects are, you worked on this project in that particular country is a job reference. Am I right?
Yes, yeah.
Exactly. Now you request for job reference from Amdari, and we're giving you UK job reference. Easy peasy. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Oluwadara. So, Mr. Ezendo, when are you securing your spot?
Yes, I'm actually looking at March, so
Okay.
I'm also trying to put a few things. So when did you say is the deadline for this?
7th, sir.
Yes, I'm just trying to put one or two together to see what
Okay.
I can do in a short time. So,
Okay. My colleague will reach out to you, or maybe tomorrow.
no problem.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oluwadara, are you still with us? Do you have any question for me? Oluwadare, sorry, I mispronounced your name. Olushola, are you with us? Bamidele Ogunsaya. Mr. Bamidele, are you with us? Every day with IT. You've been quiet. Do you have questions for me? Are you guys sleeping? Oh, wow. I didn't know that my voice can make you guys sleep. Fasasi, are you with us? Michael. Fasasi. Okay, unmute
I,
your mic and talk to me, Fasasi.
I'm still with you. I'm still with you.
You don't want me to hear your voice.
Yeah, good day.
Hi, Fasasi.
Hi.
Do you have questions for me?
Not really.
So, are you joining us soon?
Yeah, I'll try.
So, which cohorts are you joining?
Um, let's see. I actually joined late. I joined late. I kind of forgot.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Fasasi, what do I do with you now? I'm going to come back to you, okay? Just stay on the
Okay.
call.
Okay.
Franklin Omonwanile. Omowalide. Sorry if I murder your name. I'm sorry. Franklin, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Franklin, why are you quiet now? Don't have questions for me.
No,
Don't have
no, I
questions for
don't.
me.
I don't.
Why?
I've spoken to someone about it, so they've answered all my questions.
Oh, interesting. So have you secured your spot?
Yes, I have.
That's interesting. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okoba. Hello, Okoba. Are you with us? Hi, Habiba. Habiba, you joined us today. I'm happy to see you here again. Sisa.
Cisse, you mean?
Sise, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Oh, our
Originally,
sister country.
correct. I do have a
So do you have?
question. I don't think we are able to see the reaction. I raised my hand. Um,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can ask a question.
it's okay. The question I have in mind, uh, is gearing from a statement you made few moments ago. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I did sign up a few days ago,
All right.
and I've just signed in my terms and conditions with the MDRE.
All right.
Should it became apparent by one that the program isn't going in the direction they wish, is this contract binding or they can opt out at any time they wish?
Hmm. You
Yeah, I
you
know.
you paid instrumentally, right?
Say that again.
You your payment is instrumental payment, right? Or did you pay in full?
Oh no, no, instrumental. Yeah, I pay just for the month. Uh, I don't know if this is a to go program. Once you sign in, the agreement is binding for the rest of the program. I don't know. I'm not trying to be negative here. I always like to have all answers, just in case.
Your fears and questions are
The
valid.
program,
But what do you
say that,
mean by to go?
like you pay each month. Uh, Once you subscribe for the internship, internship, you pay every month. You continue until the end of the program. I don't know if that's
Okay,
how it is with you guys.
Sase, right?
Sise, yeah, you can
Sase.
lead,
I'll learn to
or you
pronounce
can
your name.
just say Eli.
What?
Eli, Eli is my middle name.
I like your native name. Don't worry. That's what the one I want to pronounce.